Hey, Decide Your Destiny crew, Carl Spreedies here. Thanks for joining me for another Decide Your Destiny Daily Dose. Decide that when you get it, you get good. What am I talking about here? The bread, the green, the moolah, the bag, the modus operandi, comprende? The thing that we are searching for most of our lives, the thing that we are trying to bring into our lives, wealth creation, money, capital. You know, that thing that's gonna look after ourselves, that's gonna help look after our family, it's going to get us ahead, it's going to help us buy some nice toys, it's going to help us, hopefully take care of our health in a better way, it's going to help us invest in our own personal growth. The green. Now, what do I mean by get good? I mean, as you go along and you earn more and you make more and you increase your status and you increase your responsibility and you increase your services and your products and the value you provide and your capital and what you create. Keep getting good at being a good person. Keep continuing to be a good person. Keep looking at the reason you got into it, the reason you started out, the reason you stayed up late nights, the reason why you wanted to move out of your current state and move to something else. Make sure that you don't lose yourself along the way. And one big reminder for me has been meeting certain people, meeting people that are multi-millionaires and different people, and I guess I've been lucky enough being a young man to be around certain people and since a young age meet different people and network with different people and have different connections that has allowed me to see how these people operate and what are the good values and the bad values and the good things they do and the bad things they do. And I think one thing I've always noticed is that my inner feeling and my strong feeling, my strong conviction is whenever I've heard something bad about what they've done or something that is immoral or something they've done unethical or something where they've only been thinking about themselves and they haven't considered their fellow human, it instantly turns me off and it instantly makes me think, well, what's the point of all that earning, that capital, that resource if you're not going to be a good person? It just totally defeats the purpose of it. If you've, in pursuit of that, you have now become someone that is immoral or unethical or is, doing pretty terrible things to family members, is doing pretty terrible things to people that you're supposed to love, that you're supposed to care for, then, that's really, it makes it really questionable, and I just don't understand. I just think you've just wasted the opportunity. You've just, there's no point to all that you've created for yourself now, because you've lost the one thing. You've lost your soul, you've lost your heart, you've lost who you are, the essence of yourself, and you've lost that purity. And once you lose that, you can't easily just bring it back up. You got to work at that. So don't lose yourself along the way. Don't lose yourself along the journey and in the impatience or in the need to get there or in how it's changed you. Still continue to be a good, valuable person and someone that's contributing to this planet, someone that's contributing to this world. And I'm not someone that buys into the belief that everyone who's created massive amounts of capital and who has really, improved their sort of status in the world is bad. I don't believe that. I don't believe for a second that everyone that has had success is bad in some way or they've done something bad. Okay, but I can see where a lot of people that have done great things in terms of creating wealth and then they have not done other great things. Or this new term that's around called greenwashing, where a company will really go out there and promote and say, oh, we've got to do something about climate change, we've got to do something about working situations, we've got to do something about minimum wage, all these different things, and they sound really popular, and you go, I feel good buying stuff from this guy because he's really onto it and he's really looking at trying to change the world for the better. But then, in practice, a lot of the stuff they do is not green. A lot of the stuff they do behind the scenes is not looking after the planet. A lot of the stuff they do behind the scenes is actually not looking after the hearts and souls around the world. So it's a bit of greenwashing to kind of advertise yourself as someone who's doing a great job, someone who is seen to look after the planet, and therefore their company should not come under retribution or should not come under any scrutiny or lose sales now because people are becoming more ethical purchasers. So now they do some greenwashing, then it's sorted. It's kind of like a little marketing campaign. So as you go along, don't become like these people. As you go along, still greet the people, still, speak to the people, still give smiles out, still connect with hearts and souls, still do it for the reason that you got into doing it. Don't neglect yourself, don't neglect your honesty, your transparency, your heart and your soul, and the value of being a good person on the pursuit of certain goals and dreams. Because then when you do that, you lose the whole point of going after those goals and dreams. It's something to keep making sure that you're aware of as you go along. Because you don't want to change. You don't want people to say, man, you've changed. You were different back then, You really focused on helping people. You really focused on adding value. You really focused on saving lives and changing the world and making a positive impact on the world. And you really lost yourself along the way and you've changed. So maybe this video is an accountability for myself. But I believe we should all make an accountability if we're going to go out there and be transparent and be honest and inspire, youth, inspire other people, inspire the next generation. Imagine if we go out there and they invest all their time and energy into us, and then they find out that we've done a whole bunch of corrupt stuff and we've done, a whole bunch of harm to the planet and to people. That just ruins their whole reality of inspiration and adding value in the world. So really, really important to think about making sure you're good while you're going and getting it, while you're going and getting that bag. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Get out there, enjoy yourselves, and make sure as you're going along in your journey that you decide your destiny. Cheers.